I'm hitting the button. In 3.
Hit the button. Hit it.
I'm saying that.
Oh,
Are we
no.
living?
Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Someone doesn't like when you say hit the button. You guys, there's one guy in the comments every time. Hey, welcome to welcome to Real Deal Xbox Podcast, where sometimes we have executives on and they don't give a shit if we say fuck. But hey, you know what? We're gonna continue to have fun. We're having fun before the show. We're sitting here talking about the chat and how awesome it is, and how we're thankful that each and every day, even the days there are no shows, you're here in the chat. So thank you. And we're going to do some intros. Fonz and Tim Dog, they had a double vasectomy. They did it together for some reason, human centipede style. And we're going to go ahead and have a great show. And we've got some really, really awesome, fun topics today. Hopefully you guys have a blast in the chat. If you haven't hit the like button, tell a friend. Let's try to get up to, 7 likes before the start of the show. Oh, okay, we're past that. Thank you. We've got a guest today. Gaz from GameOnDaily.com. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in and deciding to have fun with us today.
Yeah. I'm so high.
Please, none of that
Thank you
today,
so much
Gaz.
That was the last my soundboard
Perfect.
will get used today. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm ready to get stuff in here. It's only 1 o'clock in the morning. I just injected myself with some deep sauce, so let's get into it. Shit.
That was a deep sauce, guys. We can tell you right. Really
Yeah, that was a meat needle. Anyway, hey, D-Batch, how you been, buddy? Another week, another show.
I'm good, man. Just like I was telling you guys before we went on the air, I'm having Halo withdrawal. It's pretty bad. It's pretty rough, but man, this doesn't come out till December, man. I'm a little bit bummed about that, but let's go. We got a lot of good topics today, so let's get on with the show.
Ooh-wee. We've also got Wilmy Hood. Thank you for coming on, buddy. How you been?
Man, I'm great, and it's always a pleasure to be on here with you guys. Sucks Fonz won't be here tonight, but you know it is what it is. The guy doesn't like me anyway, but it's okay.
Well, what'd you do?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Don't just stop at Fonz, bitch.
I thought you asked Fonz to play World War Z with you or something, and he just didn't like you after. No, I'm just kidding. Shut up to Fonz.
Throw Zalker his carrot, dude.
Hey, Zalker, catch you, all right? And you caught it? All right. Hey, Zalker, how you been, buddy?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. We have a lot of good topics here, and I know news people are like, news has been kind of slow. I don't think so, man. We've been playing a lot of Halo over the weekend. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, the Battlefield beta's coming out.
Topics,
Far Cry.
you know we got some.
No, that's what I was seeing on Twitter. People were like, "There's not a lot of gaming news." I scrolled through the topic.
Loud.
I was
Holy
like,
shit! Hang on, let me fix. You're clipping like
super
crazy.
loud, man.
You're clipping like crazy.
Listen,
Zach, you coming in
My
here?
eardrums.
Listen, Gaz showed up, injected me with some sauce. Well, what? And then that was it.
All right. Well, somebody clipped that. Hey, let me give
I don't know what you guys were doing before you hopped in here, but I mean,
Wilmy,
yeah,
you paid for it. I don't want to hear it.
well, we videotaped it, but that's beside the point. We plan on airing it tomorrow night on ours.
Anyway, let me save the show right now. Chat, I'm sorry about this. Let's do some shout outs real quick to my fantastic shout out tier. New member this month is Terrific Straight 8G. Straight G1. I'm sorry if I got it's G11. I'm sorry if I got that wrong there. But I like the name. It's just new. I got to get used to it. Dave Incubus, Ricky Falan. Shout out to all these guys. Fault Line Z, Not Silik, Bad Boy Live, Achievement, Anno Polymath, Zordon, Costanza, KY Bob, Goose 8402, Strike, Khalifa, Assassin, Lupa. Shout out to her. She is out of the hospital. Well wishes. And please, when you get on Xbox, hit me up. We got to talk. And hopefully you're doing great. Foreign Object, Gab Queese, Teo, shout out to you, brother. John Blue, Vec Boss, Divider X, Real Deal No, Suicide King, Tasteless Genie, as well as Michael Bowen, Guillermo Cabillo, All Might, Dark CMF, Hand, Alfonso Hogan. Shout out to you guys. You help power the channel. Seriously, you guys are awesome. All right. I know some people probably didn't see this first topic, but if you did, you used to be cringing you'd be cringing so hard. A cringer is a symbol. GameSpot did this thing where they put this Avengers Infinity War clip up, right? And it had like Dollar General, it's Dollar Tree, like all these studios and little things you never heard of as Sony's acquisition squad, right? Like they're the Avengers, right? Like when Phil Spencer was wearing the gauntlet and he'd acquired all these studios, and each stone was one of those badass studios they got. Well, this one was like, a bunch of stuff you never heard of. And it was just funny because, honestly, from GameSpot, We don't really talk about the media bias thing, but this seems like definitely more of a Sony fanboy base for us. So, kind of a Sony fanboy post for, I mean, what else could it be with fucking shit you never even heard of? Fabric Studios. It's like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing? This is a Sony fanboy post from a neutral website that's supposed to report on gaming news, unbiased, according to their own website descriptions. Yeah, this was the cringiest shit I'd seen in a while. Chat, let us know if you've seen this Cringers Assemble PlayStation Studio little thing that GameSpot did. But who else died when they saw this today?
Man,
I couldn't help but to laugh, dude. It was so bad.
Someone's uncle! Like each guy walks in. Billy! Someone's uncle! Oh, Fire Sprite! Like, what else is there? We don't know what any of these studios are really.
You know, the funny thing is, the guy who made it, he probably thinks he's some G. In his head, yeah, he was hearing the Avengers theme tune, but in reality, it sounded like da, 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 da,
it was like the broken flute thingy. Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, I woke up to this. Colt sends me this because what was this? I'm like, you know, that attempt to try and be edgy. And then it's funny because when Microsoft you can't even entertain the notion of acquisitions, because then it just talks about consolidation and how that's the worst thing in the world. But now you've got a media publication flexing on behalf of Sony. Although I will say this, and these are my own views, GameSpot has a bit of in my opinion, bias towards PlayStation. There are people, in my opinion, honestly, they have been caught up in controversy behind it, and I won't bring that up because that's a sound topic. Sorry.
Controversy?
Huh?
Controversy?
Yeah, they've controversy.
English muffins.
They've always had a slant, pro Sony slant. So that does not surprise me in the least bit. I'm just surprised that they thought that was going to be a good look for them. But
I wouldn't have rolled with this one. I might have waited a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard System Arcs, or what the fuck is that? Guilty Gear developer. Those guys are supposed to be acquired by Sony. Like, I tweeted about that a while ago. Like, that was in the legal stages, though, back then. We knew that Bluepoint was, and they finally announced Bluepoint, right, in the last week or whatever, which is a good buy. We talked about that. But, yeah, we knew about that forever ago. So it takes a while for them to announce these things. Chat, let us know what you think about these Cringers Assembles. My words, this is the first thing that came to mind because it was so bad. Now, by the way, this is dedicated to me, Chris Cornell, the former Sony developer, and Darsh Knight playing State of Decay 2.
I'm a little annoyed that they use the endgame like this. Way to fuck it up. Like, look, I'm watching it again right now, and I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's like extremely like cringy. Like, this is like, ugh. Like I get it if like a dumb assist did it or something, but like this, like what the hell? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is GameSpot doing like that? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, holy shit.
Well, I'm waiting to see Gaz make a sauce video out of it.
Yeah,
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like some random dude did it, but it's actually GameSpot. I didn't even know GameSpot put it up. What you said? I was like, did they? And I'm like looking at it now. I'm like,
hell
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, damn.
I don't want to focus on it too much because I'd have to go in there and put it up on screen. I'll do all this stuff, but it's not even worth seeing. It's just imagine the Avengers scene where they all come together, but it's a bunch of fucking bums from a behind the Arby's coming together. Like, it's just, you don't know who any of them are. But, it's I don't know, man. Chat, let us know if you've seen it. Seriously, I thought it was kind of funny to start with. I gotta give a big shout out to all my channel members. Seriously, Hargeet just became a channel member. Shout out to you with that nice Xbox badge next to your name, as well as KY Bob, who's been a member for 24 months with a platinum badge, who does say Dealer Gaz in Wilmy Hood on one show, ? Yes, you and I at Mav, aka Fun Speculation, and this would have been a dream come true. You know, we're going to have KY Bob on soon. I actually texted him today, and he decided to ignore it. No, he didn't. He missed it. But I told him we'd get him on for sure.
I saw him at Arby's in the back.
Yeah. A symbol! And then we got
he was recording a new GameSpot video.
And then Beaner, by the way, 8127, shout out to him, long-time viewer of the show. He says, love the show. Off topic, what's your own personal paranormal / creepy experience you've had? Maybe we'll come to that one at the end, because I mean, I've been in parties with Colt Eastwood, and it's just like, oof, this some ghost stories. You know what I'm saying?
Cody Eastwood scares me.
Yeah, he's a sorcerer. He's a sorcerer.
He
in real
kind of
life.
is. So sorcerer supreme idiot.
No, being though, I do appreciate it, though, brother. But yeah, I mean, we'd have to come back to that one because we have some really good topics to get to. Aside from Avengers Assemble, cringy shit from GameSpot, Halo Infinite, king of shooters in holiday 2021. Well, according to Forbes, Halo Infinite's interest is gauging above Call of Duty and Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield 2042. And that's according to Forbes. Everybody loves this damn beta. Now, I got a chance to play a little bit of this big team battle with Wilmy and a bunch of other guys. Got killed a lot, you know, because I got to be in the mode when I'm in Halo, right? But I also don't want to run it to the ground because we're doing some preview stuff for the game later, probably. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, this is fun. Wilmy, this is a lot of fun. And is it surprising at all that it's doing or tracking better?
No, and see, the bad part is, man, I've never really been big into Halo. And if you remember, we did that big Halo tournament a few months ago. I didn't even play because I wasn't much of a Halo person. But dude, this flight has made me a chief believer. I am all about this game. Yeah, there we go. And I played Vanguard. You know, I wasn't impressed. And I did play the beta for another game that's coming out this year, and I'm not allowed to say it because of NDA. I really wasn't impressed with that one.
Stop ruining my hopes for tomorrow.
But Halo, dude, it's just lol. Controls are there. The fun is there. We had a party of 15 people, and we had a full team.
And there's no lag in that damn beta. Like, for a beta, it runs damn good.
We just had fun. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Gaz is a pretty beast at it as well. He played a lot of it. Again, tracking ahead of Vanguard and Battlefield 2042, according to Forbes and the people that thought that Series S didn't exist. What do you think about this?
This is, from the guy who was claiming, shouting, still maintains it should be delayed for the co-op. I will say it's so good. I genuinely think this could stand to be one of the best, if not the best, Halo games if they smash the story out in the campaign. And I was astounded by how much nostalgia came into it. Just like Wilmy, I had 12-man parties. I mean, we had too many people for big teams, so we had to split the parties up. And I haven't felt that since Halo 3. And the game was killer. But I have to talk. Again, this is just a week of like this bullshit news publications with bullshit titles, man. Like Kotaku, the Halo Infinite test flight was a buggy, frequently hilarious mess. How did these people get jobs?
Was this motherfucker on a Pentium? How was it buggy? Mine crashed a few times, but for a beta, like months and months out, like it ran almost perfectly.
Yeah,
mate, I had one game, and that was laggy. One game. And funny thing is, when Kotaku tweeted it, Colt completely ethered them with their ratio on. He's like, "Tell me you haven't played the flying without actually saying you haven't played the flying." I don't understand how people get these jobs, man. The game is so smooth. I'm so I'm desperate for another flight now. Like, the shitty thing was. They were doing things in some vampiric times for us in the UK, 1 a.m., but I stayed up the whole time.
You were already up, Gaz. Quit lying.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, Kotaku has, they came out with this take after all the positive articles, after everything everyone's saying. Kotaku's like, let me do some fuck shit. And they sit there and they thought of the dumbest shit they could think of, and let me call it that, and then there we go. It's an article.
Yeah, but what does that mean for the game when they review? See, this is one of the reasons why I think delay it, because people like
they're going to find reasons to make controversial titles and reviews.
Yeah, but look at that. There's no justification there. So this is why I'm saying, like, you have to understand the nature of the beast. These guys are just out for it. Halo has such a hot toss.
I know. Hang on 1 sec. Last thing about Kotaku here. When it comes out, right? We just saw what they did in order to get a few clicks on a piece of shit article. What was the actual? So they just said it was buggy. Did they have any other issues with it to justify something like that? And if so, which one of y'all?
The article they weren't even really talking about how really, it was really truly clickbait. They pretty much said good things about it. Yeah, they had a few bugs, but overall they weren't saying it was overly buggy. It was just the fucking clickbait title. And like I don't get it, man. Like I don't know anybody that played the flight this weekend that wasn't blown away. Like there's no if you played the game, you were blown away. It was just
not some people on Pentiums, D-Batch.
Incredible. It was super, not one freaking dip, not one hitch. I played it on the Series X all weekend. I didn't play it on my PC. It was super, super smooth. The matches, I loaded into the matches pretty good. I only had 2 glitches. One glitch was in one of the respawn spots for the fucking weapons. The gun was glitching. I only had that one time, and one time at the beginning, when they're introducing the characters, I guess the mountains went in front of the characters. I guess the way the camera was panning.
Those damn mountains.
And that's all that I saw. Like instead of the little things that might have happened for some people, because I don't want to say everybody didn't experience anything, but overall there was basically no issues. And for a flight at that, where you're expecting it to be uber glitchy, it was outstanding, and I was so impressed. Like I played it with my headphones, I played it with my surround sound, and like there's little details that people are missing. Like when you're inside a place and like you get killed or something blows up, like the sound of the explosions, you even hear the freaking particles hitting the ground. Like
sound design's really good. Have you tried Windows Sonics with it, or DTX or DTS or any of that?
Yeah, I think it was probably Windows Sonic. I didn't put DTS on, but it sounded well. That was on the PC though. I don't know what was on
trash.
The Xbox. It was just default, but on the Xbox, it sounded fantastic. And just overall, just the game was fun. And we play games for it to be fun. It looked fantastic. It's way improved over what we initially saw. It's so improved that I have no doubt that this is going to be the biggest. We got to wait for the campaign, obviously, but multiplayer, I can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be if not one of the biggest ones this holiday season, because it's just so much fun to play. The big team freaking battles are incredible, man.
So
Sorry,
good.
You guys talk.
Yeah. And two, we got to give a shout out to getting up closer to 1,000 people watching live already, guys. It's been about, we ran a few minutes late. We've been live for about 10, 12 minutes. And I already see Pong Soul, Mav, and these guys in there. I did Mav show on Friday, check it out. But his wife, Caitlin, she's on the Xbox One X, and that is a platform that is apparently crashing its ass off. Other than that, though, which Kotaku didn't even fucking mention to my knowledge. So they didn't even mention the actual issue, which, of course, that's what betas are for. But yeah, the older systems are crashing a bit more, and that's mostly the most of what I've heard of it. Usually, it's running pretty decently. So that's awesome. Zachary, you didn't get a chance to play it this weekend because you were moving.
I did.
Did you?
I played.
Was it last weekend you was moving? Which one?
It was this weekend, but I still played it. I played a bunch. Remember, I was playing with you guys. I was playing with Colt.
Oh yeah.
I was playing with Gaz.
You were there.
Yeah, so we were. Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I played it on the Series X and the PC. I got both, so I was like just switching between the two to see which one was running better, and they ran pretty damn good all the way around. And I have a really good PC, so I was really looking at the Series X a lot more to see what the performance was like, and it was smooth, man. I think we had like just a few crashes, but again, it's a beta. I don't care. Like some people were like, hey, my game just crashed. I'm going to just launch it back up. And that's pretty much all I saw that was bad. On PC, the only thing I can think of is that sometimes your settings would reset to like default. So if you change the field of view, if you change some certain stuff, that would revert back to like the default stage of what it was. So you had to change that. That's the only things I saw. Everything else was just like, it was insane, man. The detail in that game is so good. The gunplay is awesome. The map is really fun. I don't know, man. It was just fun playing with friends. Like that's what it was. It was just Halo, right? And that's I think 343 Xbox has something that they can actually hone in on here. I think that Vanguard, even though I'm looking forward to it, people are not. I think Battlefield in the beta is going to have to do some big things tomorrow. And I think that's pretty much it. Like Halo is just going to sit there at its lonesome in December. I think that, and again, this is where I'm scared, right? I'm not doom and gloom. No, that's where I'm scared because a lot of people loved Halo 5's multiplayer, but hated the campaign. So again, this game is going to be reviewed basically for two forms, the multiplayer and the single player. But again, those reviews are going to come into one, and that's what happened with Halo 5. Is people the campaign, but they love the multiplayer.
Well, it's all about that aggregate, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they can't pull a Red Dead Redemption and just bring out the single player, then a month later drop a shit ass online and not get reviewed for it, right? They can't do that. Halo can't do that at all. I think they're still going to get.
Well, I think they only reviewed the single player though. Like the multiplayer was additive. Right.
Yeah, exactly. The multiplayer was added later because I think they knew it was broken. At least Rockstar knew. They knew it was not ready.
But the review scores you got were like for the single player. That was what I was saying.
Just for the single player. That's not going to happen with Halo. Like, that's not the way it works, man. Halo's going to come out and they're going to give us everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Halo. That's what I want. And I think they're going to get dinged for the co-op stuff. But after this multiplayer thing, I think a lot of people are looking at it in a different light, especially since like the performance issues were almost like fixed from like the last flight, right?
Yeah. Surprising to some, huh?
Well, surprising. Some people thought it shouldn't launch because they can't patch it in 2 months, and it's like, are you stupid?
Hey, let me give a big shout out to Jedi Knight Peter. Jedi Knight Peter. Yeah, he's got really good super chat because I didn't actually know this. He does say that Aaron Greenberg has already played the campaign, the Halo campaign, and he said he's loving it. Of course, I expect Greenberg to love it as much as he loves his shoe collection. He says if it's half as good as the multiplayer, then Halo should be back on top where it belongs. Shout out to you, brother. Then we've got Dub, channel member for 5 months. Shout out to you, brother. He does say, had a blast playing the flight. Would you be okay with just releasing the multiplayer on December 8th and delaying the campaign we get co-op? I don't want to go back into. It's a good question, Dub, but we've been all over that, and it's like, man, I hate being negative and saying shit. You know what? You got to be honest. And my take was, release a full finished product. And I feel like if the multiplayer got delayed by 2 weeks, people would be upset that don't care about the co-op, and it'd be vice versa the other way around. People just don't really care about things that don't really affect them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't ruin my hype or want to play the game, right? So I'm going to be playing the game day one. I'll run back through it in co-op, and it is what it is. They got a launch window to hit, and it's a rare kind of thing, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. Boba Fett Gaming, shout out to you, brother. He says Infinite was good, and he was getting up at 3 a.m. Australian flight times. Yes, that's the Dracula times for some people around the world that were playing this. And I got to give a few shout outs to people in the chat as well, because these guys are here every week. They power the show, and they're freaking awesome. And I wish we had unlimited time to shout out every single person. But Spider-Man 365, shout out to you, brother. We've also got Full Stock. We've got Timothy Clark. We've got Young Nosa. We got Floodman. Psychonaut, shout out to you, brother. We've also got Doobie M. And we've got Pong Soul, Mav, Fun Speculation, Caitlin, as well as, I'll get another one here. One more. I guess I'll come back to that one. We've got None Your Business. Shout out to you. But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts as we continue. And again, shout out to everyone here, already 1,000 people plus. We do appreciate it. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes for the end of the show. I got to say it 14 times the show or I'll get shot in the back of the head.
Just one thing I want to say.
Go ahead, guys, and we can kind of wrap this thing up here.
Just gonna say, my little bold prediction. We're talking about this game dominating in the winter period, whatever,
Yes.
December. I think this is gonna be a generation-defining multiplayer game. This is the scope of Halo. If it brings back the fervor of Halo 3, I think you will see, this is my prediction, that this is going to be something you'll see throughout the generation. Halo Infinite, with its games as a service model now, actually lends itself to its strength. So this is going to be something truly special. Halo Infinite is really shaping up to be something really, really potent, befitting its name for the first time. And that's under the banner of 343, not Bungie. So
yeah, that's thanks to that year delay that we all asked for, and everyone in the chat, shout out to everybody who asked for that stuff. And if you didn't, we get it. But at the end of the day, we're getting a better product now, so we cannot complain. Good things ahead for Halo. Again, Forbes saying Halo Infinite is tracking higher than Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield 2042. And it could be the biggest shooter of the year. It's got a free-to-play mode like those games probably will. I know Call of Duty will. So we'll see how it does, man. Halo's a juggernaut, and I think people forgot. But now that things are quality and they've jumped back in, they realize why they fell in love with it back all those years ago. There's a lot of people that were doubters or people that were meh. Wilmy Hood wasn't a fan before. Now he is. He's got a Halo bedroom suit now. I mentioned it in my last show.
What I'm really impressed with is you doing these donuts with this Pinto in this car right now.
Hey, man, this thing, it didn't explode yet either.
Run over dogs.
I run over dogs and I run over.
He's like Vin Diesel with a Pinto.
Hey, State of Decay 2, this is the newest update for the game, and it's running on Series X right now, and it streamed at 1080p, but it looks a lot better in person, obviously. But yeah, it's a fun game. We got a lot of time in this damn game. But you know what else we got a lot of time in is these topics, and we got to go forward. Quickly, EA did update or post an update about Battlefield 2042. This is actually good. EA announced that they will be giving free upgrades to all digital versions of the games, not just the gold versions now. So that's pretty awesome. And the open beta is tomorrow. So make sure, and this is important, make sure that you go to the store and you're downloading the right one. Make sure it says Series XS, because a lot of people are downloading the Xbox One version. The Series X doesn't even know it's playing the Xbox One version. If you download and play it, you can do it. It's back and pat, right? So just be sure you get the enhanced ones. That way it only crashes 40 times. And
I'm pretty sure that Game Pass Ultimate members, you get it free via EA Access. So,
ooh-wee. So we'll be able to speak more on that tomorrow, and that should be a lot. Well,
I already have it downloaded.
Yeah,
because after Halo and everything, I'm like, let me check this all out. Like, I want to play COD, but I'm still gonna get them. But I'm really looking forward to the shooters, man. I just haven't gotten into like a really good shooter lately, and just want one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played any BRs. I haven't played it. I played Warzone for the first time like this weekend. Like, it just like I don't know. I'm hoping they're good.
I have a feeling when I play the Battlefield. Well, I hope it's good, but I have a feeling that I might have been spoiled with Halo, because that big team battle mode, it ticked all the boxes for me that Battlefield does. You know, grabbing the different vehicles.
Yeah.
Mind you, the maps aren't as big, but
the destruction, the full on warfare.
Yeah, but I'm talking the levels of fun, man. I play a lot of Battlefield, and the levels of fun. This Halo was this is on a different level. It's
refreshing.
Battlefield, I'm not gonna put Battlefield done, but I'm just kind of saying it. Like, it's kind of been a been there, done that, where Halo just felt really fresh and fun, and it gave me that feeling that I first got with Halo.
It's been gone
I know
for
people
so
think
long,
I'm capping, but
well,
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I mean, anybody thinks you're capping is like, I doubt their comprehension skills, because it's not capping. Like, it makes all the sense in the world. It's been so long since Halo has been around in that form. Like, that multiplayer feels fresh and classic at the same time. It's hard to describe.
That's like the whole point. It is hard to describe, and that's the point, that Halo hasn't been here for so damn long. Everybody's kind of like, oh shit, I forgot. Forgot how good this was, and they're just gonna have fun with it. Like, Call of Duty is every single year, right? So people have a little bit, just I don't know, man. People just have a little bit of like, it's been here, done that. I don't need Call of Duty again. Battlefield, people have been asking for a modern one. And I think Battlefield's the biggest competition Halo got this year. I don't think Vanguard's going to be a lot of competition. If anything, it's just going to be cold. If anything, it's just going to be Cold War updates that are the biggest challenge.
Listen, the thing with Call of Duty is that you have the old games, so you still have all those old maps. The server's still alive. You can still play, the battle royal mode, and people are content with it. The new version, nobody's really feeling that World War II. I think it was a big mistake them going back to World War II, man. I think
I'm tired of using sticks as guns, man.
I'm a player. I love World War II, so.
I get COD every year.
Here, this just in, Zucker loved World War II, so,
I love World War II games.
He's like, I loved all the death and carnage. It's
amazing. Even bad Company of Heroes 3. I'm getting that. I love the whole genre and all that. I just really enjoyed it. I like playing in that genre. It's great.
Oh, I thought you meant the real World War.
It's kind of overdone.
Yeah. I like the real one.
I love World War. Nice. I know you didn't mean the World War II. I just tried to spell it that way.
I know you did. You son of a bitch.
Hey, we do got to quickly though. Battlefield, it looks good. We'll see what happens, but the fact that EA are upgrading everyone who's got a digital copy, and they should fucking do the disc ones too. But the digital copies being upgraded is nice. A lot of people are digital, so that's nice. I spoke with Jason Ronald today, the beard himself, and something a lot of y'all don't give a shit about, but I was really, really annoyed because me and Chris Cornell, the British guy with a crumpet in his mouth dunking on people, we were playing 2K, right? And 2K22 crashes just like 2K21. It's a weird problem that I've only seen on 2K, and this goes beyond 2K. This is a system level issue, and Jason Ronald did get back to me and say a few words. So basically, you'd be playing a game, the screen goes green, right? And the box just goes, and then it explodes and shrapnel onto your family. No, it just shuts off, right? It shuts off, and then you got to turn it back on, and it just keeps happening. So it kept happening with me and Grinnell today, and it was fucking annoying because this issue was happening with 2K21. It got less prevalent. I'm convinced it's connection based on who you're playing with, which is odd. It doesn't happen in single player either for me. But Jason did say the following, because I did say, man, this has been an issue for like a year, and support team already tweeted out, we fixed this. No, you didn't. You thought you fixed it. But I got like 30 plus days in these games over the past year, so it happens a lot. But he does say we are investigating this. The reports in partnership with 2K, so the actual studios themselves, meaning they still haven't figured this out a year later. I remember talking to them about this a year ago. He does say it's a difficult thing to reproduce and debug, but we have a number of people involved, and it's a high priority. So again,
difficult to reproduce. Just being a party.
Just get a party with me and Chris Grinnell.
Like, honestly, some of the funniest things happen, man. Like they'll be playing, they're like, "Yeah, I'm going up for the let." Where'd he go? It's just like, oh, he's like, I'm like, Chris, are you there? And dealer's like, fuck.
We're like, fuck deer and fox.
How do you do the? You did the abrupt halt so well. I feel like you disconnected actually.
Yeah,
that's just what happens in parties with them. And I'm like, and then they come back 30 seconds later, and they're like, fucking stupid game.
It's so annoying because it makes no sense, man. Like the game isn't even tapping the box out, right? Dark CMF is also a victim, a 2K victim. He got shut down quite a few times when we're playing together. When it's me and Dark CMF, he gets shut down. Here today, it was me getting shut down when Chris was playing, whether he hosted or not. So it's an issue. They're looking into it. I don't know how to speed it up. We talked to him about the game DVR as well. They said they were trying to work on that. We're still waiting on that too. We'd like some word on that as well, as people, as fans who want to show what these Xbox games really look like without a broken fucking DVR. That would be nice. So Xbox, that'd be nice if you updated everyone.
Halo's washed out colors is not just DVR on Xbox. I captured footage on my
capture
PC.
card for me.
Same thing.
Yeah.
No, it's still like even on just Shadow Play. Same thing.
Yeah. Capture card, Shadow Play, everything.
Everything. Everything.
That's more acceptable though, because it's a beta.
Yeah,
you know, the 2K's had this issue since 2020, you know, and
it's just a feature, bitch. It's on the box.
It's built in, bitch. You played it. You played a game and a half. You're shut down. Just, you know, hone in the addiction there.
We still don't have Reggie Miller.
They don't have Reggie Miller.
I know.
Oh man, poor Reggie Miller. Sign the fucking paper.
On that Halo record though, I recorded some footage on the weekend. It actually turned out okay. I used my capture card. And I captured HDR. Unfortunately, YouTube takes forever to resolve the HDR, so I don't know. Check tomorrow; it should be on. But I noticed when I was playing the game that in HDR mode, it looked fine. But towards the end of the round, when it was like switching screens, it would flash a little quick green and would flash to SDR for like a fraction of a second, then flash back. I did notice that.
Flashback. Hey, we got a flashback to everyone watching the show. ACS Husk is in the chat. Good to see him. Only
you
posting
need to kick
clips
him out real quick.
Yeah, he only posts clips of him getting lucky and knocking me out and fighting that. He don't show the other 49 matches, you know. So I was gonna use that footage tonight, but I was like, I want to use State of Decay. You know, we got to use the Xbox games.
Yeah, he's toxic as fuck.
Yeah, he's super toxic. I heard he chases squirrels and does weird things to him when he catches them finally. But, you know, that's Husk, and that's why we love him, you know? Why
you gotta bring the squirrels into this shit?
I didn't bring him into it. Yeah, Husk did. Hey,
Husk did.
I do got to give a shout out to Patrick Patrick in the super chat here. He says, did you guys see the executives? They were talking about Halo's campaign, complimenting the campaign. Yes, sir. And Sega being acquired would be awesome because of Persona and games like that hitting Game Pass. So, you know, hey, that's one thing, one reason. Let us know why you guys would like or would not like Sega and the Blue Hedgehog to be acquired by Xbox. Dark CMF, $15 super chat. Shout out to you. He says, come on, chat. Dealer, push the button, smash the like for fire. That is RDX. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, shout out to everyone hitting the like button and supporting the show. We also got, who is this? Oh, Mr. How did I pronounce that? Mr. Dribmittens? I don't know. Shout out to you, brother. He does say Halo multiplayer is set to be a phenomenon. That's a big word there, Zachary. And that means the best of the best. He says, however, it really does need to have
I know some of these words.
Anti-cheat. Was there a bunch of cheaters in the Halo multiplayer?
I didn't.
You
see
PC
that.
gamers
No,
over there, Gaz and Zucker, was there some cheaters?
No,
over
no,
there?
no,
No,
PC.
they were just saying because it's free to play, it opens
yeah.
itself up, to the possibility of hackers
Yeah.
in the long term, which is true.
So
Just a
tell your
sensible fix.
brethren to not hack it, and please.
Soccer.
I think Microsoft.
PC guys,
Hey, shout out to Scrub Nurse.
hack it.
Don't hack it. Scrub Nurse says, shout out to the panel and the chat. Glad to catch you all live. Shout out to Scrub Nurse, who's in a party with him not too long ago either. Woomy. And then Dark CMF, he says it happens a lot on 2K. Shout out to all those guys in the super chat. Thank you very much. 1,200 watching already, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't. As we move forward, Jason Ronald, those were his official words about the box crashes and stuff like that. I talked to him today on Twitter. Quickly, as quick as possible anyway, Tokyo Game Show. xCloud is a massive focus for this. In my last video, I just showed all this stuff, right? They are pushing this, and they don't care if they sell 4 consoles or 41 consoles. We know it's not going to be more than that. They are going all in on cloud, as we always talked about on the show. This seems common sense. They had 5G way before us, right? They have far superior wireless connections over there because they've been doing it for so long. This is, a big part of the beginning of the domination of the East.
Yep.
Well, I mean, this is what's been. I mean,
You really just interrupt D-Batch like that, sir?
I didn't hear D-Batch.
Why are you besmirching D-Batch like that?
No, I was just gonna say, with everybody having so many mobile devices out there, it's going to be a huge hit because they like the small form factor. You got thousands of people commuting out there. Most people, they commute. They don't really take a lot of cars out there. They're on the public transit. It's going to be huge out there, and especially if they get some, support from Japanese developers out there. For the type of games and genres, because they're into different stuff out there. And if they
I
can,
thought you was going to say something else.
No, if they can cater to that audience, it's going to be huge. And you're right, dealer. They've had that infrastructure for such a long time that it's just normal. Everybody has good internet connection in their house, on their mobile devices, in public spaces. And like I said, having a small device and being able to play these AAA games and the huge catalog of games that you have on Game Pass, I think it's going to be a sleeper hit.
And people might say, well, they're never going to do that, but they already play the hell out of mobile games over there. So, Zucker, could you agree? Could you concur that a generation of people that build, play games on phone, they're just having access to better games now, right?
It's not even just the phone. It's Nintendo Switch. I mean, the sales figures from January of this year, Nintendo Switch accounted for 91% of Japanese hardware sales during that holiday period.
Nintendo.
I'm just saying, man. On the other hand, PlayStation 4 made up only 4%, and the PS5 only made 3% of it. And then on top of that, the 30 games between December and January or to February of this year, they're saying that 29 of those 30 games were on the Nintendo Switch. And the only one that made it in the top 30 from the PS4 was Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And they only sold 21,000 units from that. So the console games in Japan are basically gone. They don't buy consoles over there. So it's all mobile, and that's why the Switch utterly dominates.
Well, I mean, is the Switch Lite, or because Switch has console functionality?
I mean, it has console, but they could take it with them. That's the whole point, right? Like that's why I think Xbox is completely concentrating on xCloud in the Japanese market, because they know that's what that audience really likes to play on. They like to play on like either mobile and have it and take it with them. And the internet's crazy everywhere there. They have great wireless connections pretty much across the damn country.
But do they have a group of homeless guys that assemble and have studios plastered on their faces that no one's ever heard of?
First of all, I don't think they have Arby's there, so no.
Arby's.
Arby's dumpster fire. But that's the whole point. That's what Xbox knows what they need to concentrate on. I think they just were like, screw this. We're not going to even make consoles the priority there. We're going to make xCloud the priority there, which is, hey man, that's what the market wants there. That's what the market's going to get.
A Tryhard fan says they don't really buy console games either. So I mean, they don't. I think the value of Game Pass is irresistible. Yeah. I mean, quite literally, when you have a cell phone in your hand, you're playing, I don't know, Trash the Game number 7, and you're like, hang on, what's this little Xbox app with Aaron Greenberg emoji on it? I'm going to click on it on my phone, and then you find out there's 300 games on it or 100 games, however many, and it's only $10 a month, and also it feeds back into the PC and Xbox ecosystem, right? You're saying I play this and I get this service and I can play these natively with HDR for the same price, or I can just go out and do what I'm already doing on my phone and play them on my phone. It all feeds back into itself. So
It does.
it incentivizes console sales as well. And I remember Xbox One was posting on Twitter, shout out to him, he was posting that in Japan, the Series S was like #1 or some crap over there on Amazon. So these guys, it is feeding back into itself already. Is that 6 more units sold? You know, the world will never know.
Well, the one thing I have to say is that what Xbox had to do, and they did, and they understood it, is that they had to get people invested in the ecosystem, right? So when you play on xCloud, like, you get achievement points. When you play on PC, you get achievement points. You're in the Xbox ecosystem, and I think that's what they're trying to get, is those people in there and like, oh, achievements, right? Like that thing, that trigger of the achievement just sounds awesome. It's addicting almost.
All right.
So like it is. Like,
I
it
know.
really is. That's why.
I got 3,000 gamer score in 22 minutes today. I know all about it.
Yeah, you did.
Now,
you
I did
mushroom
this
playing
just to
bitch.
bring up on the show, right? Little Mushroom Kingdom, you know, like gamer score is such a fucking, it's satisfying, but holy shit, is it so pointless now at these games you can get for $5 and get 4,000 gamer
studios that
score.
make them, those studios that make those and sell them for like $4, like you said, like they just killed it. Like it doesn't matter how
Hey,
much you
don't
have
you
now.
besmirch the good people at these studios, random studio number
Who
5.
are they? Who's they?
I don't know, but
Like,
I
who
had
the
to
hell are
agree
they?
to some weird terms when I booted it up, so I'm scared.
That's why your Xbox crashes during 2K. Screw you, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, it's more than that. I get it. As I just said, it all feeds back into itself, achievements, etc., blah, blah, blah. But Xbox has to do more, right? And I'm not saying that I'm saying they need to do more. They literally have to do more to get these people around the world, at every region almost, to fucking give them a second look. And it's kind of ridiculous. They have to go above and beyond so far that they give you such ridiculous value at Game Pass, and you can't deny it, that you literally have no choice but to fucking try it. And that's when you finally shut up and play the Xbox.
That's when that's the tricky bit, is penetrating the mass market in terms of perception of Game Pass, because what the core gamers actually know about it. I find in my experiences, sorry, that there's still this
sauce.
kind of challenge.
Too much sauce.
Sauce stuck in my throat.
Okay.
What's
that
stuck
sounds
I'm
in your
scared.
throat?
Anyway, what were you saying?
You said what?
Damn it. Every time I stopped. I can't. Anyway, what was I going to say? Why does it happen now? No, what I was going to say was
Ego.
the challenge of penetrating. Oh God, every word sounds.
Now we're
wrong.
going to penetrate. Okay.
What are you watching right now while you're on the
Yeah,
show?
what's going on, Gaz? Are you all right?
Every time the penetration of the tiny man walks in the room, what are you doing over there?
Husk and his nudes that you keep sending me into Twitter DMs. No, the fact that they have to break this barrier, I still think a lot of people don't know about Xbox Game Pass. I'm talking about the mass market. When Phil Spencer went to Japan, he said he was focusing on making sure that it wasn't just the Japanese gamers that got to sample those games. It's everywhere. Everyone outside of Japan, and he's hinting at Game Pass again and bolstering Game Pass. So Game Pass in conjunction with xCloud is going to be a very, very potent weapon. I know a lot of people look at xCloud now in its infancy and think, oh, it's not really for me. I'm all about the native console experience, but it's not designed to replace that. And we have
It's
so many
additive to
people
a service you
not-
probably already have, which is Game Pass. It's already in there.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think you're wrong in something, Gaz.
Well, let him finish telling you what he's wrong about. Shit.
Go ahead, Rory.
Go ahead, good.
But what am I wrong? in?
Like what you
That's
said
wrong.
about, like, to me, it's like you're saying like they're not part of the like that mass market. But if they're close to, call it, like, one of the topics here is 30 million subscribers, like Take Two CEO said. I mean, that's a mass market. That's, almost like there's almost like 50 million Xbox One consoles out there. They're almost at that mass point. Like PS Now has 3.2 million. To me, that's not mass
Why
market,
you gotta be
right?
toxic?
No, it's not toxic. I'm just saying, like, they haven't reached that mass market.
You're the opposite of Crayola
Fair
markers.
point, but in terms of numbers,
What the fuck?
Yeah, bitch, I said it. Anyway,
oh,
soccer's
ahead.
toxic. You gotta bring up PlayStation.
no, but I think I think there is like when you ask people, you have to still sell Game Pass, or they're not aware of it. And I'm talking about your soccer moms and dads when they know, like, oh, I know about Xbox Game Pass, because the moment they know about it, is the value will speak for itself. Then they will simply say, why would I pay $70? There actually is an additional price for the competing platform. I perceive that as a challenge, and that's only going to break in a matter of time. Value speaks for itself. So I'm not saying that's an unsurmountable thing. It's happening. It's going to happen now. And, this 30 million mark, you're absolutely right. If you can perceive that as mass market, I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. But really, this is the killer weapon right here. The killer combo that Sony must really be worried about. When you hit that 30 million mark, the execs, already worried anyway, will have to really double back on their previous statements of
So what did Take
PS
Two say, Wilmy Hood, in regards to the Game Pass numbers and the subscribers and who kicked who?
We don't know if it was actually he meant to say it or was just kind of one of those Freudian slips, but he did say we're at almost 30 million.
So he was in an interview, a co-op interview with Phil Spencer on Xbox, and
he was.
The lady asked Phil, "How did that go down? Give us some details, some context."
Dude, it was a week ago.
No, Wilmy Hood's memory's gone. I knew it.
No. I mean, she asked the question and he just kind of spoke up. And I think,
what did Phil say?
But Phil didn't really.
Phil said, "Hang on, bitch."
Earlier, he said we announced 18 million like in April.
So the Take Two CEO said we're at about 30 million, and he looked at Phil, and Phil's like, hang on, bitch, and he said we've announced 18.
He started talking about like interactive media, like gaming, and how much it's grown. He's even brought up Game Pass, and he was like, this is like something that's really good. It helps us get a foothold and stuff. And he's like, Phil, where are we at? 30 million? And then Phil just looked at him like, bitch, I'll put a hit out. And he just said no. Right. He's like we announced. He's like, the last public number we announced was 18 million.
18 million.
And then Zelnick, who's the CEO of Take Two,
who's a complete
kind of course corrected said, he's like, and then he said it's more than 18 is what he said. And so that's what he said after. Like he kind of just course corrected and said it's more than 18.
He said, Phil being a fuck bitch right now, you know what I'm saying? It's more than 18 million. Let me get it out there.
And so that's the thing. Like everybody, like Take Two, all these people see it. Like it just is what it is. Like I know Gab's talking about like the soccer mom. I don't give a shit about soccer mom. I give a shit that I talk about everybody I know that's my boy. Like everybody I talk to. Like everybody, dude, everybody has it. Everybody I know either has it on PC, console, or both.
Zocker, you got a story about everybody or somebody talk to you every time we talk about some shit. Zocker, is this real? Everyone in the world always calls you.
The only reason why I know my friends are playing Avengers right now, I'm like, did you guys play that because of Game Pass? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you frauds. They're like, I mean, I didn't even know, and it's on there, so I downloaded it. It's like, all right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that type of shit. And then you look at Avengers, and it's the most played game right now, or one of the top played games on Game Pass.
But hang on, Square Enix wasn't happy with, the last deal they made, right? So they'll make another one. That makes sense.
Oh my God. At this point, it's just normal, right? If something goes on Game Pass, and it's a decent game, and it gets big traction, or they show some advertisement for it, people are going to play it. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, the Avengers one is really interesting. It's going to be really interesting because this was a big budget AAA, multiplayer game that didn't sell well. So just observing how this will perform now with Game Pass, it's going to be very interesting to see the before and after. And I expect nothing but good stories because I've downloaded it. I'd have not played Avengers. I was not interested in it. Unless it was for Game Pass.
John James, my mistress is a soccer mom.
The reason, like, he's like, why does Stalker hate soccer moms? But like, the one thing I noticed is that it's
soccer moms.
Guys like.
What about soccer dads?
I was gonna say soccer. Listen, the one thing I saw about the Avengers thing is that it's Crystal Dynamics. Like, not only did they announce a partnership with the Initiative, but now they're bringing the Avengers there and make a big deal about it. Mm-hmm. So there's something going on between Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics and Xbox because this is the second thing that they're bringing on and making a big deal of it. So just keep an eye on that. It's weird. I don't think anything's happening acquisition-wise. I would be, like, extremely shocking.
What if your friend calls you and be like, is they really going to buy him, Zaki? What are you going to say?
I'm gonna be like, no, bitch.
I'll say, yeah. people are a bit scared now to commit to that narrative because they get burned. But I think this is precisely what happens. These are the precursors to acquisitions, to these things. It's the building of relationship. That pre-existing relationship worked. You had the Tomb Raider timed exclusivity. You've got this unprecedented third-party publisher giving its dev outfit to do a collab with your first-party title. It doesn't happen. And then you've got a big AAA multi-plat title like the Avengers on Xbox Game Pass. These are all precursors to acquisitions. I'm not saying it's happening.
To Fire Sprite, like for Sony, what was the precursor to Hellblade? Like I think that thing people put a little like no. I think people put too much thing into it.
You know what, Zocker? Somebody's buttering real quick. I understand your skepticism, but I have to agree. Like where there's smoke, there's fire. And I said last week, I'm surprised that nobody's asking this question because for Crystal Dynamics, like it's one thing to say, okay, they brought their game in the Game Pass, maybe they're gonna buy them, whatever. But Crystal Dynamics working alongside the initiative on a major title.
I said it a couple of videos ago. The rumblings are that it was actually planned.
No,
like because Daryl Gallagher was brought on to the team specifically because of his relationship.
Like that's just what I heard.
Yeah, I mean that we don't know exactly. That might be planned already. That might have been something set from the outset. I mean, these are big moves, and it's not easy to facilitate that. And you're talking about Hellblade and.
I mean, it's a hell of an occurrence, and it's a very, very unique occurrence that just so happened to have perfect timing. You got to admit it. It's weird. And if they did plan on this from the beginning, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, I understand that, and there's a lot going on with it. I get that Crystal Dynamics thing, I get it, but to me, like they're already part of like Square Enix. It would cost Xbox a lot of money to get them because they're massive. They opened up like Crystal Dynamics.
Would they even be sold? Would they sell them?
Exactly. Would they sell them? The only studio I see that was like rumored for months that I think actually has credence is Avalanche Studios. Because not only have they're working with Xbox on Contraband, but they also worked with Bethesda Softworks on Rage 2. Like they have actual relationships with both Bethesda, and after working with Bethesda, Xbox signs them to a first-party deal with Contraband. That's the only studio I see. With Crystal Dynamics.
They all have relationships. Yes, the cost may be prohibitive, but these are the exact same scenarios where you have a history from last generation of this. This is the Crystal Dynamics initiative thing. People should not scoff at that because that is the outlier in terms of how this kind of.
It is weird. It is weird. It is weird the way they announce it.
Well, I mean, we did cover this pretty well last week.
But it sounds organic to me.
It's organic.
Money is organic.
It's organic, really. Hey, you know what else is organic? Is over 1,200 people watching us live right now, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't. Let's try to get closer to 1,000 likes for the show. We do appreciate it. I'm going to get into a few shout-outs to Super Chat here. We get a lot of fun stuff and a fun discussion here. But Freddie Chavez, shout out to you, brother, says, don't sleep on Origami 2, guys. I have heard something about it, but I can't place it in my head. But yes, Origami 2.
It's fun. I played, I think, a few hours of it, actually, like 5-6 missions. There's some bugs in it, but the game's pretty fun. Just stealth around, kill things, and kind of use some cool teleportation stuff, blink around, and take dudes out with big-ass sword katanas and fight them. It's pretty fun. It gets repetitive, but it's fun.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Murder Mittens. It's abbreviated in his name, so I was trying to figure out how to pronounce it, but it's Murder Mittens. He says, thanks for the shout out. Thanks for $10 super chat, brother. I do appreciate the support. Johnny No Life, he said, shout out to Johnny No Life as well. I don't know if you're still doing YouTube videos, man, but you should. He says, best gaming podcast in the world! Explanation point. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you very much, sir. Do appreciate it. Seriously, thanks for showing up. And we've also got Not Andy, who says, listen to a 2018 episode of RDX out of nowhere, out of sheer boredom. Highlights for D calling a troll a fucknut and dealer saying all they do is play 2K. I'm sure. Yeah, I probably did say that.
Oh, shit.
I have since been addicted to 2K, but I haven't played 2K22 much. And when I do, it just fucking crashes my box. So it's great. And then we've also got Moose, how do you pronounce that? Mushtaq. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. seriously, and I'm guessing that's somebody where xCloud is really going to help them out because it's in that currency, so that's really neat. And then we've got Splendiferous, who I think is crap. What'd you say? This is a different account. I know who this is. Shout out to you, Horace. I think he says Gaz is having entirely too much fun by himself.
What?
Well, I don't know. Dark CMF, final super chat for now. Dark CMF says, mini fridge, what have you got? LOL. Yeah, anybody get a Series X mini fridge? Which one of y'all got
Have
one?
they been sold? Don't tell
I
me
didn't
they'd be
even,
selling.
yeah, I haven't seen them go up yet. I've been looking, so
I don't think so.
Mm.
I'll be mortified if
I
I didn't
want
get
one.
one.
Well,
I'll gonna grab one.
shout out to Hargeet as well. He does say as organic as an interview with Phil and Strauss Zelnick. Yeah, he says up to 30 million subs.
Up to 30 million.
We're up to 30 million. So that is kind of weird, Hargeet. I mean, you're right, man. Like, it is odd that, for one, Strauss Zelnick's like, we're up to 30. Strauss, sit down. He didn't build shit. And secondly, why would he say we are up to 30 million? I mean, it's odd. But
Oddly specific.
fucking pachinko machines. But yeah, let me go ahead and move forward.
Could you imagine the Twitter Spaces if that was a real thing?
I don't imagine Twitter Spaces, and I see the titles, and I'm just like, I don't even see the titles. People are calling me, making fun of them. So it's just one of those things where who gives a shit.
I think PlayStation has no games because they just talk about Halo and Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
messy as fuck.
Well, when it comes to
I
the
think
Tokyo
Riddles-
Game Show, they showed off Horizon 5. You already know. I can't. Never mind. Windows 11. It's a big thing. Auto HDR and on PC is going to be a big thing. Direct storage support as well. You've got Scarlet Nexus just came to Game Pass, and it was a major cloud push over there, and a lot of pandering as we expected. But they really, really want these guys to try out xCloud, and if you get a console that feeds back into it, that's awesome. Nothing else major from Tokyo Game Show. If you want all the highlights, and there were a few others, or if you just want to see the interviews, right? You'd like to see every single Phil Spencer interview or Sarah Bond up there dancing around and stuff, and then go ahead and check out my last video. All that stuff's in there. But big cloud push, and a lot of you guys already know. So let us know your thoughts on all that stuff. I was just told today that Microsoft are going to be debuting some new back and pad Xbox games for this November. And that was just like same sources, like the Battlefield sources stuff. So, that's, what games could that be? What are they bringing games back? OG back and back games. Are they bringing games back again? They stopped doing that for a while. Is it time to bring them back, D-Batch?
Depends on the game, man. It depends on the game, man. I'm not really focused on the old generation games. Like it's good to have for nostalgic reasons, and I know some people do enjoy those titles. But personally, it doesn't really matter for me, man. I just want the new stuff, man. Give me my Halo.
Shadowrun.
Well, here's what it says. Is here's what I was told: is new backwards compatible Xbox OG games coming in November. So,
Pretty vague, but
that's the first that I'm hearing about it, because as far as we had known, they had not confirmed that they were even doing this anymore. They said that they weren't.
That they were working on the Series X port of it, like kind of getting the Series X down so it can work there.
They said they were taking a break from it all, right? So that's the only reason I mentioned all this, because apparently they're bringing back some other ones this November, is what I was told today.
Well, this kind of makes sense, because now when you look at even the Dolby Vision gaming that they talked about, they said that even works on auto HDR games and back compat stuff, and they were talking about that also. So now they're bringing even more stuff in November, which I guess, hey man, cool. Xbox just keeps giving you shit. That's all it is.
I would
just keep giving you stuff.
Here's some more, bitch.
I would suppose that it's probably going to be the most highest request games, man. So
Mecha Sold.
Yeah, like
Viva Pinata.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is. Some people enjoy that, so options are always a good thing, and that's all I gotta say about that, man.
You know why there's no hype around it? Because we got so many goddamn games coming out in the next 2 months. Like everybody's like, that's cool, but fuck, there's something else to play.
I don't care.
That's why
I'll I will kill someone for Jet Set Radio Future, man. Battle of Combat. That game needs to happen.
Oh, Nanopolly, that's such a fraud. Yeah, I was telling him about, or Colt said something about the tunings, right? When Sarah Bond retweeted my tweet or whatever, right? And he said something about a tune that I made for him. And I guess he misunderstood what we were saying. I'm not sure, but he's like assisted driver. Like he's got, basically I tune these cars in Forza because I'm pretty good at it. And when people get in these cars, it helps people like Nano stay on the road. You know, it helps to have the right camber and suspension setup and all that good stuff. So if you want to find my tunes, I got a few of them up on Horizon 4. 15 Z28, 054 GT, and 92 Escort, a bunch of different stuff, some Corvettes. It's RDX in the description when you're searching for those, or you can follow me as a creator on there. I'm going to be tuning a lot of cars on Horizon 5, and that's going to be fun. So definitely be ready because you want to beat all your friends, and I've got what you need. So let's go ahead and move forward. What do you guys think, huh? No? Yes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sideways?
Move forward, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Come on. Hurry up.
Shut
Next
up.
topic.
Shut up, Zocker. I'm
All right,
stalling.
I'll slap you.
I'm stalling. I'm stalling. Hey,
RDX assemble.
Stalling. Symbol next to the dumpster. Roll out. Ah! Yeah, I don't think so. Game Pass at 30 million, but potentially, right? That could be a potential leak. And it's just oddly specific that Strauff would say that, and Phil would kind of counterbalance, and then Strauff would come back and say, well, it's more than 18 million. Like, he's like, come on, Phil, fucking tell him. So I don't know what's going on there. What's going on with Tim Sweeney, your boy, D-Batch? He's happy that Epic Game Store is going to be in the Windows Store now. This motherfucker needs to make up his mind. Does he hate Xbox and taking over the world? Do he hate Microsoft? Or does he like them? What the fuck's happening?
I think it's a case of it just being a different company because I remember when he used to rail on them, Microsoft was a different company back then.
Gabe Newell used to do the same shit until he's like, I like money.
They were, and well, I think they're a different company now, though. In all honesty, I think they're a much different company now. I think their practices are a lot better. I think developers are a lot happier with them. I think the people that work for them are a lot happier with them because let's not forget, like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, they had a bad rap for a lot of things, and I think they've really cleaned up their act. And I think it's a good thing to have Gabe on your side because he's the king of PC, right? So that's just a good thing, and it's also to business, right? You have to adapt, and if they're the company that you can work with now, then
fast as fucking chat's going right now. I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm trying to read these. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead, man. But the chat is flying here, bro. Shout out to the chat.
I was saying if they're a different company and you can do business with them now, then why not do business? It's only a good thing for both companies. And hey, any goodwill that Microsoft gets, any kudos that it gets, I'll take it, especially from Gabe. So,
well, shout out to Toonsies the cat. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right, but $5 super chat. They say meow. So shout out, tell your cat friends.
The best super chat.
So shout out to Noof Nukem. That means it's getting close to Noof's show up, and every time Noof pops up, we're like, hey, it's time for Gaming After Dark. So check out Noof after the show. Shout out to the moderators as well. Boss Mod Lethal, Obi-Wan, everyone else. I know Wilmy's on the show, but he's a moderator as well. Got a ton of moderators, a ton of really, really cool moderators. So thank you guys for doing what you do.
Most of us are, yeah. Most of us,
yeah.
Me and Lethal, yeah, we're pretty cool.
Okay, well, why you gotta hate on Obi-Wan like that?
Because Obi sucks, and we all know that. Thank you, Zoc.
All right, well, I like it. So yeah, if you're checking us out, guys, hit the like button. Try to get closer to 1,000 for the end of the show. We do appreciate it. But let's go to a more interesting topic. If you guys didn't know, there's a game called Ride 4. And this is something that so many guys are running with, and I just thought it was hilarious because everyone knew, except for the Sony guys, that this thing they were bragging about was in both games, and it wasn't even a fucking playable thing. So they were bragging about Ride 4 and how it looks so realistic, but only on PS5, and Xbox sucks. And Digital Foundry came out with a fucking giant bitch smack all across all their faces all at once and said, well, this is actually on both. Like, this camera looked super realistic on Ride 4, right? I mean, the game doesn't look this good when you play the fucking game. It was obvious. There's a ton of post-processing, all this stuff going on. But it's a replay cam. This is only available in the replay cam, a specific thing. They were bragging about it being gameplay on PS5. Turns out the Xbox Series X version has the damn, the same exact settings. but also it has the same exact replay mode where this is at, and everyone was running with this. So it just went viral for some reason. Why the hell are people reaching this hard, D-Batch? What's going on?
I don't know. It's like they just want to win over Xbox, and like it's a fucking multi-plat game. Like do your research. Like
the damn replay cam.
I knew this was a multi-plat. I gotta say though, that video was very effective because I actually bought the game.
He bought the game.
Yeah, I was looking for. I thought it was like Ride 5, and I was like looking for a new version. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh shit, this is the old version.
Did they update this shit where it don't look like trash? What the fuck?
But it looks fantastic. That game is so freaking hard, but that's another story. But yeah, it looks the same on Xbox. PC obviously is the best looking one. Like the video, I'll be honest with you, what I played even on my replay camera, I still didn't get it to look exactly like that video. So I'm gonna assume that guy used some type of filter on top of it just to give it a little bit more oomph.
That or weather conditions were different, or maybe
maybe
something.
Maybe the weather conditions were a little bit different, but nonetheless, man, it's a fantastic looking game that also looks the same on the Series X. It runs the same on the Series X as the PlayStation 5. They're both at 60 frames per second. They're pretty much 60 FPS the whole time. There was like the odd like one drop on each version. So for the sake of the game, they're both parity. So for you to be out there capping and going crazy, saying, "Oh my god,
it's not even playable and on both consoles," like it's so much worse than people
that's
think.
Another thing too. It's the replay cam. Like if you look at and let's just prepare ourselves for this, because when Gran Turismo comes out, people are going to be doing the same thing with the replay cam and the photo mode. Look at this. Look at how detailed it is, and it's like the freaking photo mode. It's like a car in front of a real picture. Like, what are we doing here? But I don't know, man.
And then they'll do 800 times on the Xbox version. Yeah,
from a cell phone camera, from like a Nokia Motorola Razr phone, they're gonna fucking zoom in.
It's like on Ride 4's main website, like their official website. It literally says multi-plat all consoles, including Steam, like right there, like right when you launch it. It's like right there, everything.
Well, they thought that the PS5 version looked like that, and the Xbox version was just trash.
Why are people so stupid?
well, Quasman in the
Halo.
Quasman in the chat says it's because of Game of the Year Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 5. That's why. So maybe they're just a little upset because Horizon 5's coming. They know it looks so amazing. They were accusing those stills of being fake until the car flew by and smacked him in the face. I don't know. I have no idea. So.
Yep. But seriously, Gran Turismo didn't do that. GT7 didn't do that, where people thought, oh, wow, that looks like real life. So they resorted to a multi-plat game. Isn't that both a slight at Gran Turismo and a slight on themselves? The fact that they use a multi-plat to prop their argument. It's so dumb. I'll tell you right now, Forza Motorsport's going to shit on Gran Turismo visually because it's a next-gen only game. But if Forza Horizon's doing that and it's a multi-plat arcade racer, open world game, then these guys are going to be on bloody shit, critical health, man. They ain't going to triple bypass soon. When is Forza Horizon?
What the fuck?
I think what it all boils down to is that basically the Series X is going to have some exclusive games on their console this holiday season. Forza Horizon 5. We're going to have big Halo. It's coming back. And there's nothing really to play on the PlayStation 5 this holiday season that's exclusive. So these guys are like doing a preemptive attack already. That's really what it is. It's just a small segment of these sickle fans, man. If you don't have an Xbox, why do you care? Why do you care?
Because fuck Xbox. That's why. That's what their life is.
The biggest
fuck everybody but
they
me.
have right now is Twitter Spaces.
Hey, let me give a shout out to you, Donnie. That fucking picture is hilarious. His avatar on here on YouTube. He says dudes would pay money to get the attention Sarah Bond gave dealer on Twitter. Hashtag thirsty. Yeah, she retweeted my thing. I kind of feel bad because Zucker knows why. Freddie Chavez, Freddie
such a piece of shit.
Shout out to him. He says each time I turn on my Xbox, it makes this weird noise. What the fuck are you doing? Shout out to him. And then we've got see if that were Sony joking. This were Sony podcast, we'd be offended. We got one from X0 by Myth. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but they do say. They got to try to bring back Naruto Rise of Ninja. Let us know if you agree in the chat. I have not played it. And then we got KY Bob, who says, I played The Last of Us on PlayStation all day yesterday. Today I played the Xbox all day. All of these clowns on social media need to just grow up. He's talking about the guys trying to spin the Ride 4 fucking replay cam.
Actual statement.
I like turtles, and I don't actually like turtles. That's the secret, but I like turtles. Which one of y'all hit the like button? 500 plus of you. Appreciate it, guys. Let's go to our next topic, which is the Game Awards. There's going to be something from Microsoft there. People like Jeff Grubb, I think he's saying it's going to be Hellblade, right? They're going to show that there again. It's going to be actual gameplay. I don't think it's going to be as impactful if it is Hellblade. But, you know, could it also be a Kojima project, right? Which is something that I had heard behind the scenes, not saying it's true, don't know. I'm just telling you guys what I heard.
I'm tired of hearing about Kojima at this point.
You know you like Death Stranding and that little baby.
The guy,
You leave
the guy is working on he's working on everything, dude.
Yeah, what else is he working on, Wilmy? Confirmed.
I don't know. Maybe he's got a rocket. He's going into space too.
Did you buy a helicopter? Because I want to ride.
I do have one. I'll be about to pick it up in a couple hours.
I fucking believe it.
But I mean, he's every fucking where. He's doing everything. He's
Chat, let us know what else he's building. Wilmy, what else is he building? Tell us all his games right now.
I don't know. Supposedly Silent Hill again, a new Metal Gear.
Just let Silent Hill die.
The guy is everywhere.
He's
He's
the fastest boy alive. Runs from one studio to another.
Everywhere.
He's spreading like chlamydia. No, there's
keep your personal experiences to yourself. What do you think he's working on? What else is he working on, Gasimus?
So recently, kind of Jeff Bruggen, they kind of not double backed, but they did say that there was some credence to them. I find this a little bit, I don't know how feasible this is, but I have to echo Wilmy's sentiments here that apparently there is, Colin Moriarty said this, and Jeff Grubb says that there's a possibility that he is actually working with Sony as a bridge between the fractured relationships between him and Konami. So Sony's
Kojima don't need Konami. Like, there's people that would pay him to come make a piece of shit fucking delivery game. Like, and plus, some of these guys were saying, I guarantee you fucking Bethesda games ain't gonna be exclusive. Like, I don't give a fuck what they're saying. It's just, and obviously Jeff Gross seems pretty credible. Like, I'm not talking about Jeff especially, but if someone said Jeff mentioned Hellblade, I don't know what's going on there. Someone in the chat surely does, so I'll keep an eye out. Didn't have time to look into it yet, but Hellblade just wouldn't quite do it for. I would like to see gameplay, but we all know the first thing that's going to happen is downgrade comparisons, this and that, because the thing they showed the first time was running at 24 fucking frames a second. It just wasn't a super smart idea to tout it as an engine or this or that, knowing that you're not at a proper frame rate. You just don't have any of this stuff kind of going for you when you show it off again. I'm not saying it couldn't look that way. It'll probably look pretty damn similar, but it don't take 5 blades of grass to get these dudes to make a Twitter space about it. Remember Grand Theft Auto?
I think we're gonna see Redfall at the Game Awards because that's a summer release. That's what they said, summer. So unless they wait all the way to E3 to show gameplay and then release it a month later or like a month and a half later. Like I think Game Awards is gonna be Redfall because Xbox for the last 2 years
maybe they show more than one thing.
Massive. Yeah, maybe they show multiple things because they've been at the Game Awards in a big way. They revealed the console there. They've had the reveal of Perfect Dark there. They've had the reveal of Hellblade. Like they're there for a lot. Like they know that there's a lot of people watching that show every single year. And so like in December, right at the holidays, get people hyped going into next year for Xbox. And I think Sony's going to show up with something too. I just have a feeling that Sony saw them like get really good traction and really good hype that helped their sales, helped their like marketing strategies at that show. So I think that it's become next to E3, the Game Awards show has become one of the biggest things of the year for gaming. Everybody here, everybody in the chat should watch it. That's all.
No, shout out has to go to Jeff Keighley, just irrespective of his bad fashion sense of Giuseppe's he was wearing.
Canadian Dracula's hosting the Game Awards again. Hey, shout out to Jeff. Obviously, we fuck around the show, and if that offends somebody that's listening or Jeff himself, sorry, I'm not sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, Canadian Dracula's going to probably debut some cool stuff, and We will see, man. I always find it interesting. What I thought the damn game. What is the show? The opening night live, right? I mean, props to Jeff. He surprised me a little bit because he didn't focus so much on the littler stuff like he did the last time. And we just came off Xbox's trash Gamescom.
Gamescom, yeah.
So it was better than Xbox's Gamescom for sure. They had Call of Duty there. At least they had some AAA stuff there. So that's what I'm interested in as a guy who just bought a $500 box.
And on top of the Game Awards, everybody should really look to October 16th for the DC fandom. Every game studio, Ed Boon's going to be there. There's a lot of stuff that is coming over there. Hogwarts might be there, that freaking Harry Potter game. And then, of course, the Gotham Knights. Yep, Wingardium Leviosa Suicide Squad. Yeah, like all those games are supposedly launching next year. So, again, the DC fandom on 16th is going to be massive, too. I think the next couple months is going to be pretty big. I think there's going to be a lot of announcements coming. So
you think during the holiday they're going to announce new shit, Zalker? Is that what you just said?
I mean, they always announce new shit at the goddamn
exactly.
Game. And so it's just like everybody's like, it's so slow. I'm like, just wait, man.
Zalker's on Reddit. I found shit to talk about for weeks.
I did.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, listened to Randall Thor lie through his teeth.
Why are you talking shit about Randall like that? He's a good friend of the show.
Bullshit. No, I'm sure.
Why you gotta make up stuff about Randall Thor?
What is he?
I'm a slanderer. I'm a slanderer.
Okay.
You're nasty.
Well, find Zalker 87 on Grindr. What are you saying, Gav?
I was gonna say if anytime we're gonna see Hellblade or a Kojima game, it's going to be a Jeff Keighley's show. Those two are literally joined at the hip. That's a strange but real human centipede there. But in terms of the what's it called? I've lost my train of thought there now. Oh, damn it, Zorka, with your bloody
you probably saw a fly on the wall or something.
You have like freaking a terrible brain. Look at you.
He got a terrible brain.
You got a terrible brain. I got
a terrible brain. I'm sorry.
Just talking like Simple Jack from freaking Tropic Thunder. Get over it.
How about you take a step back and literally fuck your own face? Tom Cruise, everybody. That movie made me like Tom Cruise. When I found out that motherfucker was Tom Cruise, I was like, huh?
Yeah, when you're watching the movie, you don't think it's him, and then it comes up and it's Tom Cruise. You're like, wait, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, we're talking about Tropic Thunder. For those who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally fuck your own face. Oh shit! Let us know in the chat if you've seen Tropic Thunder and the stupidity that is associated with such as Game Awards chat. Any thoughts on what might be there? Let me give a few shout outs. We'll let the chat kind of give their thoughts. I like to get the chat involved. Seriously, shout out to everybody who's checking us out, guys. If you haven't, I'll say it again: hit the like button, tell a friend, tell your mom, and of course your brother's uncle. We do appreciate it. Splendiferous. He does say Kojima with the naked Walking Dead said, what are you getting at here? What's going on here? There's only one Metal Gear game where there was a naked guy in a box doing flips, which is weird enough for me. I never played them. Never wanted to anyway. I did play Metal Gear Solid 5. I gave that one legitimately like a couple tries. I'm like, I just can't. I'm sorry. There's so many games that are way better.
They're so weird, his games, man. Like, I couldn't even get through Death Stranding. Like, Death Stranding is a beautiful looking game. Don't get me wrong. But like, what are we doing? Like,
you're delivering shit.
I just gotta deliver shit, and I gotta make sure that I stack it right and that I got my right boots, because you know what? If I have 10 packages, these boots that I have, they're gonna wear a lot quicker. So
bro, he literally found a way to get people to play a delivery game and damage control it.
No, but apparently there's something there.
Unbelievable.
Apparently there's something there. A lot of people say, "Hey, look, if you stick with it, there's something profound." If solid,
a lot of people have yet to prove shit.
Actually, hold on. I gotta say what Gaz said. Yeah, if you do stick with it, there is something there. It's called fucking boredom, and that's what I had out for 18.
Right?
Look, I was just smarter than all these other motherfuckers and only played it for 2 hours. So I was like, all right, I already know this is a waste of time. Took them forever to figure that out.
Out of fairness, I played it for 10 hours thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, everybody says, something's great's going to happen. It's going to open up. No. After that 10 hours, I deleted it from my PS5.
I can't get to myself to play it, but when Solid Rev is playing, I'm like, what is it in this game? But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not building roads and bridges for the next person to come. It just no.
Fatal Dragon 69 says, dealer, I told my neighbor's hamster about the stream. He seemed happy. He better be doing flips on that damn wheel. Running up to the little water bottle. Get at it. Obi-Wan says, Zalker is messy. Put on the bib, because little Zaki's messy. Spitting baby carrots.
Do you guys follow the Ninja? I'm a little bit worried, concerned, a little bit on Ninja Theory. Because if you follow
Twitter
the meme,
guy, I'm concerned about Xbox.
No, that's not Twitter space, guys. If you follow Tamim Antoniades, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he's the lead of the studio. He's just partying 24/7 in his stories and Insta stories. It kind of dank. He clearly has tried DMT, and he has some weird, some cool parties. Please invite me, Tamim. I would get lit with you. But
you now that you said you're worried.
But I was worried, but I still want to get to the party. I want to get the party over everything. But
I'm worried, but I want to mainly worry after I'm done with what I want to do.
Nah, he does work hard, but all I see him on his Insta and his stories is he's partying hard. Respect to him, but just show us the game, please. And don't just say it's set in Ireland, because, in fact, I actually think they need to show it on the Video Games Awards. This game has been missing in action for so long, and they keep showing us the tech. Oh, here's some hair strands. No, shut the fucking game.
They did show the game, bitch. Some hair. Fuck. It's a game about hair. You know what I'm saying?
I think it needs to be impressive. If you don't have something impressive to show at the Game Awards, don't show anything at all. I think that game, to continue the momentum, you got to show something impressive. I don't care if it's a minute long. It just needs to be impressive.
I don't think we're going to see much from Xbox Game Studios for a little while. I think it's going to be Forza and Halo, and then after that, they're going to rely on the Bethesda games to carry them through next year. And then I think after that, in 2023, we're going to see a lot of the game studios. I mean, we've seen it. They've had to expand. They've had to hire. Like the Fable team was built in 2017, not fully. It was starting to be built in late 2017. And then you look at everybody else, like Compulsion, all those people, they are all hiring completely new people into those studios. That is one thing that people didn't realize, is that Xbox not only bought these studios, but they needed to fund them and give them money to hire new people and then get those people acclimated within the studios. So Bethesda already had that. They have a history of their own. They have people that have worked together for years, so they can pump out games at a faster pace. It's just common logic to me. I don't understand why people think that Xbox Game Studios is just going to bring out all these games all of a sudden. They're going to take time, especially with COVID hitting everything.
Zachary, have you ever seen Time? Let me stop you right there. Have you ever seen Time Cop?
Hell yeah!
Time Cop gets shit done, and he does it fast as fuck. All right? There's no reason Xbox should be taking longer than 36 days to do all this.
36 days? I thought it was 34.
No, because that's unrealistic. 36 is about right.
Now, see, if you get your degree with Twitter Online, it should only take 18.
That's my favorite university.
But then when you go to that university, you get abandoned. But I just
God, stupid.
I'm just saying though, building a studio, doing all this stuff in the middle of a pandemic, I guarantee you they got pretty much screwed over for a while, and I think it's going to take. I'm saying 2023 is when I expect the Xbox Game Studios, not the Bethesda ones, but the Xbox Game Studios to actually do something. I think that's when they're going to start bringing out a lot of stuff, because then it'll give Bethesda time to kind of rest. It's like a tag team thing, man. They're going to just kind of go back and forth. So that's what I think.
I'm looking through my Twitter here, and I just retweeted the thing Sarah Bond tweeted of my clip here of the Sailing Raptor. And I just want to put this out there publicly to the guy that accused me of swapping this to all-wheel drive. Fuck you, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not all-wheel drive, okay? It's rear-wheel drive. It's called throttle management. No assist except for that damn line, because I don't play this game enough to know where the fuck all the roads go and all the shit. Now, if it's motorsport, it's a little different, which we haven't had a damn motorsport in 57 years. I'm really looking forward to that shit, guys. Motorsport, that's what I want. But Horizon 5, I'm almost certain it's going to be pretty awesome.
I think, my honest opinion, I'm really hyped for Forza Horizon 5, but one thing I think there's a distinct risk of is fatigue. I think that there might be, this is just my... kind of gut feeling that it might not score as much as Forza Horizon.
This
4.
is something that we had talked about as well.
what?
Like, you got to kind of mix it up a little bit, right? Like, because the critics are looking for reasons not to give you another 90.
Yeah.
And if you don't do something sustained, now, never mind, guys. Look, your criticisms are valid. All right.
No, I mean, this is just an inkling, but I'm really hyped for the game. But I think there's going to be kind of a diminishing return there, and I know what reviewers are like, and then they will be they will dock points rightfully or wrongfully on that point. I think let them do this, take a hiatus, and I think the series peak will be Tokyo, the setting there, so they can really do something special there. But let's see.
Well, like begs the question, right? Like, what is the event? God, what is the eventuality of like what is gonna be the ultimate thing that they do? And then like, how do you top it? Eventually, you have to just tell yourself, I'm not gonna be able to do anything radically different in this racing game, like except for you know what I'm saying? Like, there is a brick wall there at some point, and that's why it's important to get racing game fans to review the game and say, look, compared to everything else out there, this is still a 9. It's still better than everything else, or still better than this and that. But at some point, you know, you can add storms, which are really cool. You can do a lot of stuff in Horizon 5 that's going to be really cool. It's still going to lead the pack in its class and all that stuff. But how much longer are those same guys going to be like, well, there's no jets in the game. We can't fly jets. So, you know, I'm kind of get bored of cars. It has been 3 years, though, since Horizon 4, and that's where timing is important, that renewal of that energy you've been lacking over the past several years. People don't really know how good Horizon 4 still looks in its day on Series X. You boot it up, and you're like, it looks like it just came out. Like, it looks phenomenal. So, you know, there's a lot of critics that haven't done that.
Right. I think you're right. I think what you're saying is like, yeah, some people are going to be like, it's kind of the same. And that's where developers kind of need to look inward and be like, all right, do we want to keep doing that, getting the same, maybe even dive deeper into making it a little more like authentic as a car maker, right? Or as a car enthusiast? Or do you want to go the more fun route and bring out some crazy shit, an open world Forza game, like kind of like what they did with Hot Wheels?
They've done both.
Like yeah, exactly. They've done both. But I'm saying like make the main game kind of not a Hot Wheels game, but something like that. Just something that's completely different, fun, and here you go. Like, do you jump into the fun factor? Like that's something that when you look at Riders Republic, people are like,
people
I'm
play
not
Horizon for the way the game feels, though, Zach, or else we'd be on the crew.
Yeah. I mean,
we don't want Hot Wheels. Like if you play Hot Wheels Unleashed, like I have. I thought Horizon's Hot Wheels was so much better. You know, Hot Wheels went to that team that made that game and said, fuck, Horizon killed it with the Hot Wheels expansion. Everyone loves it. I just played it. I love it. I'm getting an Xbox. Like, they went to a team and licensed Hot Wheels out to those guys because of the success. If not for that DLC, there will be no Hot Wheels Unleashed. And I do not like the way Hot Wheels Unleashed feels even close to just the way the Horizon physics are, though not as realistic as Motorsport. The way those physics feel on the Hot Wheels track was so much cooler and better to me.
Yeah,
some people play it for the way it feels.
I'm just talking about fun. But like I'm saying for fun factor, like people thought Riders Republic was gonna suck. Everybody's like, what is this trash? But then when they played it, they're like, but when they played it, they were like, yo, this is a lot of fun. Like it's just stupid. Like they're just like Ubisoft didn't go like, we're making you could do this with your bike. Like no, man, we're gonna make it over the top and it's gonna be fun and have fun. There you go. Just go fuck around and have fun. And people are like, I'm down.
Mav says Forza needs aim down sights and sprinting.
Aside from what you said, Dealer, about the handling, I gotta say though, Hot Wheels is a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
Hot Wheels Unleashed, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I feel like the cars and the upgrades are too much though.
If I had to rate it, I'd give it like an 8, man. I think it's a really good game, man. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's not bad, bro. Like I got a little bit of time in it. But the problem is I'm playing something else now, right? And Far Cry 6 comes out tomorrow as well, which I haven't even booted up yet.
I thought it's Thursday.
Oh,
I thought it's Thursday.
Yeah, it says the 6th, right? So
let me look.
I think it comes out tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Is it the 6th?
I'm in the future.
So October 7th is what it says, but I think it unlocks like at that midnight, so like 10 o'clock our time or something.
Maybe it's well, it doesn't matter. I already have the game.
Maybe you got a different code, a different version, buddy.
No, I'm sorry, chat. I might have got your hopes up on that one, and I apologize. I know I didn't. None of y'all probably. Y'all probably already knew. But yeah, I've yet to boot it up. But I'm playing a bunch of different stuff right now. And really, chat, I'd like to know what you guys are playing. as well as where we can find you, right? We're going to do reverse outros today. Hey, we got any final. I'm going to get these final super chats and any of the ones that roll in as we do these outros. But Dark CMF does say Alpha Chino's booty sweat. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my god, the booty sweat, the guy that did the rap thing in Tropic Thunder.
God. Yeah, like Dark CMF knows Tropic Thunder. Booty juice. Yeah, that's pretty disturbing now that I think back into my memory on that one. He turns on the faucet in the butt crack. I'm done. Hey,
Phil Spencer's in the chat. Yeah.
Big shout out to Phil Spencer in the chat. Normally you have your quote playing live on air, but not today, sir. You're in the chat, stayed on the panel. Big shout out to Neil B. Big shout out to, again, all the guys over there at Xbox Ultimate, Mav, Caitlin, Psychonauts, Pong, all those guys. Scrubner, shout out to you, brother, as well as It's Timmy, as Phil Spencer in the chat, of course. And then we've got Valorian, we've got Kurt, we've got Kevin M. We've also got Jenny, shout out to you. And then we've got Adur Ironman, okay? That's a weird name, but I like it. So, D-Batch, let's do some outros. This has been State of Decay 2 footage running on Series X, obviously streamed at 1080p at a much lower bit rate than it is available in front of you when you're playing it. If you guys haven't tried the new update, give it a try. I'll let you know if Jason Ronald updates me anymore on the box scratching situation. That's definitely a topic. We talked in DM today about it, and we've had a bunch of other fun topics as well. Big shout out to the guests for coming on and making the show extra entertaining, as well as just being good friends, being good people. So we'll start with D-Batch, brother. Tell people where they can find you, man, and what have you been playing?
You can find me on Twitter at D_Batch, of course, on YouTube at D-Batch. Check my last video out. Check it out tomorrow. It should be resolved in HDR. Some pretty decent Halo footage. I was playing Halo, obviously, on the weekend. I've been playing Hot Wheels, played some Kenya. I've been playing FIFA. FIFA, by the way, I do not really like the new controls. I got to see if I can switch it back. I don't like how you switch your players. You got to like kind of flick the thumbstick. It's kind of stupid.
Really?
But
now like stick drift is changing your fucking guy the whole time. Like,
yeah, like the guy who's the closest. I don't know. You flick it up, down, left, right. Like just different ways of flicking. I don't really like that part. But the gameplay's pretty decent. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I'm going to get into the Battlefield beta. Hopefully I'll record some good footage and post it on the channel. Was a great show. Like I said, I'm having Halo fatigue, man. I want another flight. Doubt we're going to get it.
You mean you miss it? Not fatigue, the opposite.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Withdrawals.
Yeah. Yes.
I fucking hate Halo. I mean, well, shit, the opposite of that. I love Halo. Yeah, I mean, everyone's loving Halo, bro.
Fatigue. I'm like, wait, what?
Everyone's loving it, though, D. I mean, that's a good point. Like, a lot of people, I got some messages, like, a lot of people are like, man, I need that Halo, man. I got these cheeseburgers. So,
people are underestimating the reach of it, because let's not forget, this is going to be free to play. It's going to have a huge player base, man. So it's going to be good times, man.
Good facts. Follow D-Batch. Also, we've got Zalker87, the only other panel member that actually could show up tonight because, again, Fonz and Tin Dog had a joint vasectomy, human centipede style. Zalker, what have you been playing, buddy, and where do people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Zalker87, Twitter, Zalker87, and I've been playing a lot of games, but I'm honestly waiting for Far Cry 6. I was playing Warzone pretty much all weekend with my buddies and playing Halo all weekend with my friends, like with Dealer and everybody. So, yeah, but I'm looking forward to Far Cry 6. That's what I'm looking forward to playing the most. I can't wait. I don't want to get into anything else. I just want to play this all weekend and kind of dive in deep to it because the game is just, I love Far Cry. I think I put like 80 hours in a 4. I have like 50 hours in a 5. Like Far Cry is one of those games that I just look forward to playing all the time. And this one looks really well done. So yeah, that's what I'll be playing. And thanks for having me on, Dealer, again, because you know what? I'm never going to miss the show because I'm not a piece of shit like Fonz and Tim.
Next week he's gone. Triple vasectomy with Fonz and Tim.
Next week I'm like, I can't make it. I farted kind of loud and it hurt.
Yeah.
No, but you guys could, chat. You guys are awesome. Lethal, awesome. Boss Mod, Obi's finally here. I saw him in the chat. Wait, a rare occurrence. And Gaz, go fuck yourself. That's all.
Hey,
I will.
Floodman says Griffin's talk. Nobody give a fuck about what Griffin's saying.
And Obi, thanks for coming on, Will.
Hey, yeah, thanks for, of course, everybody watching, guys. If you haven't hit the like button on your way out, and follow these guys, right? Wilmy, tell them where they can follow you, and of course, tell them what you've been playing. Fuck you, Wilmy. Gaz, what have you been playing, buddy? Where can you find
piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
Wilmy's fallen asleep, bless him.
No, he's past his bedtime and shit. He's got some more milk. Yeah. What have you been playing, brother? Where can people find you? Game on Daily, link down below. Check out the website, guys, and follow Gaz here. Tell him.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun. It's 2:30 here, but it doesn't feel like it. I've been so I've been actually primarily a PC gamer, a fraud like Zorka, and now I have moved to Xbox. And we were in party chat the other day. I am drowning in games, and that's exacerbated by the bloody stupid multi. What the hell was that feature, man?
He basically Gaz is one of those PC piss lickers, and he didn't know about quick resume, so now he's finally experiencing it. And it's blowing his tiny brain out the back of his head.
I couldn't fucking believe that. I couldn't believe he was like, "Oh my god!"
He's like, "What is this?" I'm like, he said, "What is this witchcraft?"
No, but I know what quick resume was, but it's actually changed the way I game because I actually dip into one game, then I dip into other. So I was playing Yakuza, then I jump into Artful Escape, then I've jumped into Narita Boy. It's just like
that's called the Clint Eastwood syndrome.
Yeah, you can't do that on PC, Zucker. So it's like it's pretty.
You play more PC than I am. Why are you coming at me, you little bitch? Just find out what resume is.
Yeah, I remember people trying to come at me for talking about a feature that this Xbox would have that wasn't even on PC at the moment. Right, that was the key words. And these idiots didn't know that quick resume was a thing, and nobody really knew exactly what quick resume was a thing, but it was ultimately true. Like, this is a thing that you really can only get on the series consoles, and it's to be commended because it will trickle all the way over to other Windows platforms. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sony, by the end of the generation, try to find a way to do this as well.
It's a game changer. The way I experience games now is hugely different. Like today, I played Yakuza, I played Narita, I played something else. And yeah, it's like my ADHD, as someone said in chat. It really triggers it. And I enjoy the games a lot more. And I thought that was such a stupid notion. But anyway, this is not about quick resume. I've been playing all those games. I've been playing multiple games. And that's always something I'll start doing from now on, unless I do a fat multiplayer session. Looking forward to Halo Infinite. Just like D-Batch, I am having massive withdrawal symptoms from Halo Infinite. Really am. And I wish I could just play with bots or something so I can, just
you can play with balls anytime, guys. I mean,
wow, Wilmy's here, and he's back when he missed his intro. What a fuckface. Hey, Wilmy, you missed your intro last time, but tell people where they can find you, buddy, and what have you been playing, huh?
Well, doesn't Gaz want to finish his first?
No, fuck Gaz. Go ahead.
I love how he literally cut me out. I was like,
that's because Wilmy came back. He's more important. No. Look, I was just trying to put Wilmy on the spot for entertainment value, okay?
Yeah, exactly. But you can find me.
I thought as a fellow host you would know that, Wilmy. Or Gaz, sorry, you both sound the same.
Southern and he's British. Yeah, we sound totally the same.
Identical. Okay. Go ahead, Wilmy.
Anyway, you can find me every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on Gaming Beyond the Box. And with Husk and my band of degenerates, you can find me on every platform. And you can find me on Twitter and Facebook and all those fun places.
We still find you on Stadia?
No.
What? You abandoned it?
A year ago. Dude, I threw that shit in the trash.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
You could have been the biggest Stadia YouTuber on the planet had you kept it up.
Oh yeah, and I would have had a fan base of 50 people.
Fan base.
Hey man, that's still more than Dar's Night.
Shit. Fan base. Anyway, yeah, follow Wilmy Hood at Gaming Beyond the Box. It's a fun show. We have fun there. I've been on there like record times, and probably be there soon as well. Wilmy, anything particular stand out regarding what you've been playing, or anything that has been going on?
I want more Halo.
Halo.
I want more Halo. That's it. I want
That's
Halo.
from a guy who didn't play Halo. That's from a guy who doesn't play Halo.
Yeah,
it's a testament, right?
Not into Halo.
That's crazy, man. That's
and
crazy.
everybody that knows me knows I was not into Halo whatsoever.
He said, "Man, fuck Master Chief."
Yeah, it just wasn't my thing, and now I want to play it.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm waiting for December the 8th.
That's a testament, and that is And even Fonz has been a pretty big 343 detractor, and he's always been like, hey, if I like it, I'm obviously gonna keep it a buck, right? So Fonz is really liking the Halo multiplayer as well. So
yeah, because he was playing with us the other night.
Yeah.
I've never heard Fonz have so much fun. It was actually weird.
I've never heard Fonz have fun.
It was funny. I haven't either. It was scary. I've never heard Fonz laugh.
He pulled a double though, but yeah, shout out to Fonz. He'll probably get up and say hi in the comments. So listen to Fonz.
The only time I heard Fonz had fun was in a hot tub and
Final Fantasy 7. Woo! Gaz, what were you saying at the end of your outro? You can find you at GameOnDaily.com, where you're going to post this podcast at the show, and then of course, last time we went, and then of course at Gaz on Daily on Twitter, right?
Yeah. I'd have to do my outro. OnlyFans, Pornhub, all of that. But yeah, thank you so much, man.
You've only heard of Pornhub. I was molded by it. All right. Well, that's pretty straightforward, chat. To the thousands still here watching, guys, thank you for supporting the show and doing what you guys do. Wouldn't be here if not for you. And of course, check out my last video, the one before that. Those are my preferred things to do. And obviously, it kind of, every time one of you guys comments or says anything, it kind of pushes us all to do better and get better at what we're doing. And we, again, just thanks for enabling us to kind of entertain you. I guess it's the most corny thing I can think of right now. And of course, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, unsub from Wilmy, because I heard he's a fuckface. And of course, check the links down below for more information, the website, and of course, all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys in the next episode of whatever the hell I put on this channel next. We're out.
Later,
Suckers are fraud.
Suckers are fraud.
Everybody already knows that, Wilmy.
Tunes are not for assists. There's proper suspension and camber and toe setup, you fool. Shout out to Nana Polymath. T-Pain, shut the fuck up.